Good evening, and welcome to Funding Their Future 2021, sponsored by Thor Labs and Provident Bank. I'm Stan Kula, Executive Director of the Sussex County Community College Foundation, and we're so excited to be back here at Perona Farms. During this global pandemic, the Foundation has adapted and learned new ways to share our mission and our vision with the community. In the past, Funding Their Future was a one-night event with a limited audience. But last year, due to the pandemic, our event went completely virtual. This format helped us to reach a much larger audience. We were able to focus our message, and we were able to continue sharing our presentation throughout the year. You can't imagine how many people have recognized me from watching the video of last year's event on YouTube. Yes, you can still play last year's video and see how much I've aged. But tonight's event is the best of both worlds. Many of our supporters are watching this premiere as they enjoy the incredible food and ambiance of Perona Farms, while at the same time, supporters and friends are watching this video comfortable in their pajamas at home. Either way, you get to hear all about the great things that are going on at Sussex County Community College and how your support makes a difference. Tonight, we'll hear from several of our students about how the Sussex County Community College Foundation has impacted their lives, and you'll hear about our partners' work to enhance our academic programs. We will also be posting more information on the video, as well as our Link Online donation page. It's never too late to make your commitment to Sussex County Community College.
Hello, everyone. My name is Alexis Caffrey. I am currently a freshman here at Sussex County Community College, majoring in psychology. I would like to thank the donors of J.G. Pertucci and Iron Hill Construction Annual Scholarship, as well as the donors of Funding Their Future Annual Scholarship. I'm extremely honored and grateful to be a recipient of these scholarships. Receiving them means so much to me. By awarding me these scholarships, I am able to concentrate on what's most important to me, my education. My financial burden has also been reduced because of these scholarships. The financial generosity of these donors will allow me to be one step closer to my dream of becoming a psychologist. Some goals I have in mind are obtaining my associate's degree from Sussex County Community College, transferring to another college or university, which I am undecided at the moment, to obtain my bachelor's degree, maintain a 4.0 GPA in the process, and participate in multiple internships relating to my major. Although I have not been here for very long, my experience has been wonderful thus far. The professors and staff have been all very helpful in my transition from high school to college. I am looking forward to the winter and spring semesters so I can continue to work towards obtaining my degree. Thank you again for your generous contribution to the scholarship program, and know that I am committed to do well with your donor investment. Thank you.
The Foundation continues to focus our energy and resources on 4 key areas of need: student success, academic support, faculty and staff support, and innovation. Here at Sussex County Community College, more than 70% of our students rely on financial assistance for their education. This fall, the Foundation was able to award a total of $155,000 to deserving students from a total of 79 annual and endowed scholarships. This is an increase from just 1 year ago when we awarded $106,000. On October the 7th, the Foundation hosted a virtual scholarship ceremony. It was a wonderful opportunity to hear from some of our scholarship students, as well as some of our benefactors. These scholarships were made possible by charitable donations through Foundation initiatives, such as the 100 Women Project and Funding Their Future, as well as through annual and endowed scholarships established by our community. Through your support, we can support need and merit-based scholarships. We can attract and retain students whose presence enriches their lives and ours. I'd like to take a moment to note that we have a new endowed scholarship that was added to our portfolio this year. The Nancy Kulsar Memorial Endowment Scholarship was established through her husband Bill and their family. Nancy passed away on January 6th of this year, and the scholarship named in her memory is available for qualified students in our new medical assistant program. We thank Bill and his family for sustaining Nancy's legacy here at Sussex County Community College and for helping us to train needed healthcare workers.
So first off, I just want to say thank you for selecting me to be a recipient of this award. And it means a lot to me knowing that I'm capable of receiving an award like this. And, it really does help me gain some leverage and basically build a foundation for my career and my education. So I don't have to worry about any financial assets and just focus on my career, one-on-one, and focus on my education too. And it helps. And I'm just really glad and really blessed and really honored to be able to receive it, since it's a lot to balance my education, my work, financial assets, and all of that. And with these awards, I can really just focus on my career, my education, just stress-free, and focus on one thing at a time, like I said. And it helps. And I do aspire to be a designer, not a specific career. Right now, I'm focusing on graphic design, but I really want to expand my options and my range in that career. And it's what I want to do. And my experience at the college has been pretty good so far, to be honest. There's a lot of opportunities, and it really helped me gain access to a lot of open doors and make a lot of connections and get to know more people and just have a good education overall. And it's very affordable and very great. All the professors, all the people there are very friendly and helpful. It's honestly doesn't compare to any other college, in my opinion. It's a really community-based and family-oriented college in a way. And that's what I enjoy about it. That's what I seek. And I'm a first-year student, so I'm going to make the most out of this year and my next year as well. But all is good so far. Everything's good. So I'm going to use these awards to my advantage in a positive way and just overall continue and do the best that I can in my education. Thank you.
We'd now like to take a moment to recognize all of our 2021 Funding Their Future sponsors. We are so grateful to all of the sponsors who are supporting our students this year. You could also find a complete list of our supporters and other information in our ad journal at sussex.edu/fundingtheirfuture. Let's talk about academic support. The career and technical education programs at the college are critical to maintaining a sustainable, skilled workforce. Recently, Lakeland Bank awarded a community impact grant towards our new electrical line worker degree program. We thank Lakeland Bank for their continued support of our career and technical education programs. academic programs at the college such as medical assistant, culinary arts, hotel and restaurant management, optics technology, exercise science, and automotive service technology were designed to meet the needs of our region. To help guide these programs, Sussex County Community College has partnered with over 30 business and industry leaders to form advisory boards. These boards counsel the college on curriculum, networking, and job placement. Some of these businesses have even joined us here tonight. For our culinary and hospitality programs, we're proud partners with Andre's Restaurant, Atlantic Health, Crystal Springs Resort, Hack's Market, Mountain Creek Resort, Perona Farms, Renetco Supermarkets, and United Methodist Communities at Bristol Glen. Our Optic Technology Advisory Board includes Thor Labs, INRAD Optics, ESCO Optics, and Special Optics. For Automotive Service Technology, McGuire Chevrolet, Nielsen Automotive Group, and Subaru University are part of our team. Finally, our Exercise Science Program Advisory Board includes Atlantic Health System, Centenary University, Fitness Haven, Optimal U Health and Wellness, Equinox, Ivy Rehab, NJ Muscle, Professional Physical Therapy, the Fieldhouse Club at Sparta, and Workhorse Sports Performance. Our advisory groups give our academic programs and our students real-world experience and open doors to career opportunities for our graduates.
Good evening, welcome to Funding Their Future. My name is Martin Kester. I supervise the culinary arts and hospitality programs at Sussex County Community College. We'd like to start off by saying thank you very much to our community partners that are participating in the event tonight, providing some of these excellent dishes that you've had. They all serve on our advisory board for the culinary arts and hospitality program and will be a fundamental part of our upcoming Culinary Institute at the McGuire Technical Education Center. Being that Thanksgiving is a week away, we want to start off with a seasonally appropriate dish. Tonight, this would be great to go with your Thanksgiving meal or in the days afterwards when you have way too much turkey. We're going to start off with butternut squash. So we're going to cut either end off and then peel the butternut squash. Now you can use any variety of fall squash that you like, acorn or kabocha or pumpkin for that matter. It's going to be a little bit difficult to peel. It's a lot easier to take it off now than try to take it off later. Now this part you can do in advance, and then right at dinner time, you can finish the second part. So what we're going to do is we're going to peel this, cut it into about 1/2 inch thick slabs, and roast it in the oven with just a little bit of olive oil, salt, and pepper. And what we're looking for is for it to be tender and cooked all the way through, but to maintain its shape. Okay, so we have it nice and peeled there. Cutting through just above the seed area, it's in that area too. You can use that part as well. And we're going to go ahead and cut it into about 1/2 inch slabs. The squashes are very firm, so you definitely want to be careful with this part. Okay. So I got it cut into rounds, and then I'm going to cut it into slabs. Now they're about 1/2 inch thick, maybe 3/4 to 1 inch wide, depending on the size squash that you have. You want to just spread them out on your sheet pan a little bit. I've lined this with a little bit of parchment paper. But you can go right onto a cookie sheet if you like, or aluminum foil, whatever you have handy at home. Just kind of hold that off to the side for the next application. You want to make sure that there's, a decent amount of space in between each one so that, all sides, when you put it in the oven, are kind of caramelizing and roasting. So I've got it spread out a little bit on our tray here. Just nice and light, the olive oil. If you want, you can kind of mix it around on the tray a little bit. Make sure you get it nice and coated on all sides. When you get them nice and tossed up, just spread them back out again. Okay, excellent. Then just a nice light sprinkling of sea salt or kosher salt, whatever you'd like. And just a little bit of cracked black pepper. You can absolutely incorporate other fall spices if you'd like. We're just keeping it plain and simple for this recipe. Okay, so we roasted our butternut squash in a 350-degree oven. It took about 15 to 18 minutes, depending on this size. You can see that it's nicely caramelized. It's all the way cooked through, but it's still holding its shape. To pair this, we're going to let that cool down to slightly warm room temperature. And we're going to pair that with radicchio. This is in the endive family. It's got a gorgeous purple color to it, slightly bitter flavor. So we're going to kind of layer things together, and it's going to be a nice kind of savory but bitter and sweet sort of side dish, or even a composed salad. Now radicchio has like a center core in it, just like anything in the cabbage family. So I cut vertically through it, and then I just cut that piece off. And we're probably going to need just about a quarter of it for this dish. So we'll reserve the rest of that for another use, or if we want to make the salad again. Once it's separated like that, it'll just come apart like cabbage leaves. Now you can absolutely eat this raw. We're just going to lightly wilt it. But we want to keep that little bit of crunchy and fresh flavor of the radicchio. Now we're going to make a little bit of a warm vinaigrette to kind of dress everything with. When we get into those fall flavors, brown butter is a great sort of flavor profile. Lightly toasted gives it a nice little nutty flavor and some richness to it too. So we just got some cold cubed butter. We're going to add that to our pan here. And we'll turn up our heat. Now as that melts down, the water is going to be able to cook out of it, and then what's left in the pan is butter fat and milk solids. And when you bring those up to a certain temperature, the milk solids will start to toast, and you'll get like a nice toasted, nutty kind of flavor to it. In French, it's called beurre noisette, a hazelnut butter. So it should smell kind of nutty, aromatic, and have a nice brownish hazelnut color. It's going to take a minute for it to get up to that temperature, the water to cook out. But once it kind of goes clear, the milk solids will toast very, very fast. So you kind of want to be ready to go at that point. So you can see that the steam is coming out, the water's cooking out of it. It's got a slightly golden color to it right now. It's kind of clarified. The water's more or less cooked out of it. Before we reach that browning point, I'm going to add some hazelnuts so I can toast the two of them together and kind of reinforce that nice nutty flavor. So by the time that I get the hazelnuts toasted, the butter will be toasted as well. Like I said, you can have the squash roasted in advance and just kind of warm it up in the oven if you'd like, and then put this together last minute. You know, this process should only take about 2 to 3 minutes in total. Once we get the butter up to the right temperature, it's going to go very, very fast. I can see the milk solids starting to brown at the bottom here. You can smell that aromatic, nutty kind of aroma. And then the hazelnuts are taking on a little bit of color too. So I'm going to turn the heat down on that just a bit. So the hazelnuts are taking on a nice little golden color. The brown butter is aromatic, nice brown color to it. To that, I'm going to add some sage leaves. I just tore them into, roughly 3/4 inch pieces. Be careful when you're adding this part, it may pop a little bit with the heat of the fat. Sage leaves are such a great fall flavor as well. And just a little bit of heat on them will completely transform them. And you can just smell the aroma of the sage, the brown butter, and the nuts just kind of permeating the whole kitchen right now. Now I've got that slightly warmed through. At this point, I'm going to add a little bit of just dried cranberries. We just kind of want to warm those through. And we're going to throw our radicchio in at this point too, and just kind of coat it in that warm brown butter. Just get everything nice and coated. It should soften just a little bit, but you don't want it to wilt all the way down. It's really nice in the fall, salads or bitter greens or something a little bit more crunchy in texture, dressed with a nice warm vinaigrette. It could be brown butter or bacon or whatever you'd like. Okay, so they're starting to soften just a little bit. Okay. So while that's just warming through a little bit, we start to plate our squash. Just going to kind of spread them out on the plate a little bit. Squash has been sitting out for a few minutes now, so it's still nice and warm. Soft in consistency. Okay. Just kind of let that spread around a little bit. Radicchio is just wilted, still nice bright in color. Kind of just spoon that around our plate a little bit. You can also layer the squash on top of the greens if you'd like, or even just put it in a bowl and toss everything together. Make it a little bit more friendly, at the table. Okay, I'm going to dress it with a little bit of that warm fat out of the pan. Now I'm going to take the same pan, I'm going to put it back on the burner. on high heat. And just to finish this and add a little bit of counterpoint of acidity, we've got some balsamic vinegar. If you have some aged balsamic at home, something with a little bit more viscosity to it, you can absolutely just pour that right onto the plate. This is just regular balsamic out of the bottle, so we're gonna just quickly reduce it down. We've got a little bit of toasted hazelnuts and brown butter there anyway, so we can capture the rest of that flavor and dress the rest of the plate with it. Just give it a second for that to come up. See that it's getting hot, starting to smoke a little bit. Just a very quick reduction. You don't have to go too far. You just want to kind of cook off that sharp bite of the raw vinegar. Just be careful not to inhale it though. Balsamic vinegar's got so much residual sugar in it anyway from the wine that it's going to reduce and thicken very, very quickly. Almost there. Now you don't have to take this all the way down to a syrupy consistency. 20 or 30 seconds will kind of dull that sharp acidity. And I think we're right there. So I'm just going to kind of just dress it a little bit. Want to make sure you just get a little bit on each little bite. A little bit around the plate, so there we go. So we have roasted butternut squash, radicchio, hazelnuts, sage, dried cranberries, and a little bit of brown butter and balsamic reduction vinaigrette. Happy Thanksgiving.
Be sure to head over to our silent auction and check out all of our items. The auction will be closing shortly. A lot of work went into that video, and it wouldn't have been possible to create if we hadn't collaborated with Chef Kester and Tim O'Connor, our videographer. Our faculty and staff are the backbone of our college. Through your continued support, Sussex County Community College will have the resources to recruit and retain passionate educators who understand their role in a community college environment. Next, let's see what our athletes are up to. Skylanders athletics have made a significant impact on our enrollment and retention, with 13% of our current students as members of the academic programs. Skylander athletics currently include 10 teams and 250 student athletes, a growth of more than 150% in the past 3 years. For more information on how you can support athletics at SCCC, go to sussex.edu/support Skylanders. We will be closing our silent auction at 8 p.m., so make sure you check your bids one last time.
Hi everyone, my name is Jamie Titska. I'm a business administration student and a proud recipient of the Robert Sidney Needham Foundation Scholarship. I was at work when I first got the email notifying me. And as someone who doesn't like to show emotions, I was so overcome that I broke down and started crying, right in front of my coworkers too. But they weren't tears of grief. Rather, they were tears of relief, knowing that I'd be able to obtain my associate's degree, debt-free. Not only does the scholarship allow me to obtain my associate's degree, but it gives me a whole year to focus strictly on my studies rather than on how I'd afford to learn. It allows me to dodge student loan debts and reallocate that money into a fund to continue on for my bachelor's degree. It allows me to be so much closer to fulfilling my dreams. With that one simple email, my future was suddenly secured, thanks to the generous donors that have helped countless students like me afford to learn. And for that, I am forever grateful. In the future, I hope to have a fulfilling career that allows me to give back to both the community and the environment. These donors have already inspired a positive change by allowing those with the desire to learn the opportunity to continue their education. I hope that all of you make the choice, just like I am, to continue this generosity. We should all consider giving back, whether it's through our time, talents, or resources, because in the end, it's the people around us that matter the most. So to the Robert Sidney Needham Foundation, thank you for seeing the potential in me, and I hope that we could all work together to make this world a better place. Thank you.
And now it is my honor to introduce the chairman of the Sussex County Community College Foundation Board of Directors, Roger Thomas.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Sussex County Community College Funding Their Future event for 2021. I'm Roger Thomas, and I'm the chair of the Foundation Board for the college. I'd like to thank Dr. Conley for his ongoing support for the foundation and also for his leadership in the college. I'd also like to thank Stan Kula, the foundation director, for without his hard work, I'm not sure we'd have a foundation at this point in time. In addition, I'd also like to thank Christine Truzio, who helps us with all kinds of support and the events of this type nature, and make sure that the events run smoothly and successfully, as this one I'm sure will. And first and foremost, I'd like to thank all of you who have generously supported the college with your time and your money. Because of your help, the foundation has been able to contribute $155,000 in scholarship to hardworking students. That's over this past year. That's an increase of $50,000 over last year, notwithstanding the pandemic that we've all had to deal with. Because of people like you, the college has grown from a commission in a borrowed building to a respected institution of affordable, and I emphasize the word affordable, higher learning that provides many students with a start to a better life. The college is now able to provide cutting-edge programs that support high-tech local companies leading to good paying and exciting careers, such as optics, culinary science, and supply chain technology, and many other areas of study. Sussex County needs the college to provide these opportunities for its young students and its adults who are working to make themselves have a better life for themselves and their family. But the college needs the Sussex County community to support it in order to fulfill its mission to improve the lives of others. I, on behalf of the College Foundation board members, thank you for your help in making Sussex County Community College a positive force in the lives of so many and to help us build better toward the future. Thank you very much for your support and enjoy the evening.
We would like to thank our silent auction sponsors, McGuire Chevrolet, eCampus.com, Distinctive Voice and Data, and Renetco Supermarkets. As of 8 p.m., the silent auction is officially closed. Please check your final bids to see if you're a winner. The foundation office will be reaching out to all of our winners to arrange delivery of the items. Let's talk about innovation. Let's talk about jobs. Let's talk about the future. The American Center for Optics Manufacturing, also known as AmeriCom, is a nationwide organization working with the Department of Defense. AmeriCom has recently embarked on a $34 million project intended to help strengthen and boost the domestic precision optics industry, including helping more people get into these high-paying jobs. With all the science, technology, engineering, and mathematics-related industries facing a shortage of skilled workers, the first step AmeriCom is taking is to partner with community colleges in key areas of the nation to secure educational opportunities for students, making them eligible for employment in the optics industry. Sussex County Community College is the first community college in the nation to come on board as an AmeriCom partner. AmeriCom has subcontracted with Sussex County Community College to expand these educational opportunities. SCCC will receive as much as $2 million to support the college's optics technology program, creating a state-of-the-art lab, distance learning courses, and dual credit programs at regional high schools. We're thrilled to be partners with AmeriCom on this all-important sector of the economy and to purchase the necessary equipment to train the current and next generation of workers in optics technology. This grant will be vital in providing state-of-the-art manufacturing products and a knowledgeable workforce in the years to come. Through your support towards the foundation, we can ensure that SCCC has the resources to continue innovating and sustain future projects for years to come. As the needs of our community change, we must be ready to adapt our plans to support these needs. We thank you for your support for SCCC to provide crucial funding for student success, faculty staff support, academic support, and innovation. You can support us by visiting our website to give online at sussex.edu/foundation or contacting our office. It's only by coming together that SCCC can play an essential role in helping the people and the communities of Sussex County to flourish now and for decades to come. Before we close, I'd like to once again thank all of our students who participated in our program tonight. Also, thanks to the Sussex County Community College staff and all of our sponsors who made tonight possible. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. We hope you enjoyed the evening.